Number 21, in a particular month, there are 5 Saturdays, 5 Sundays, but only 4 Mondays and 4 Fridays. What must occur in the next month? So for this one, let's see what's going to be the situation of this month. If you count from Monday to, let's say, Sunday, that will be a whole circle, right? So basically, you have 4 of that, Monday to Sunday, 4, Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday. So you have four of that. But actually, let's see, we have one more Saturday and one more Sunday. And here we already got 4 weeks, which is 28 days, right? So that means you have one more Saturday and one more Sunday. That will be, say, at the very beginning, right? Before the first Monday start, you will have one Saturday there before that and one Sunday there before it. So one more question, do we have one more Friday? No, because it tells you that you only have 4 Fridays, so you don't have one more Friday, just 4 Fridays. Okay, so that means in this month we will have 30 days. Right? We have 30 days in total. And then after that, it must be 31 days, right? You don't have two months adjacent to each other, got same number of days, 30, right? So after 30, it must be 31. And let's see, what do we have? After this month, the next day you have will be Monday to Sunday, 28 days, right? And then you just repeat that by 4 times first. Monday to Sunday, repeat that by 4 times. Now you have 28 days. But as we know that for this month you have 31 days, so you have 3 more days. That will be one more Monday, one more Tuesday, and one more Wednesday, right? One more Wednesday. So that's it. And let's answer the questions. For the next month, do we have 5 Wednesdays? Yes, that's right. Because you're gonna have 5 Wednesdays for the first 4 months, for the first weeks, and one more Wednesday, so that'll be 5. Do we have 5 Thursdays? Nope. We don't have 4 of that. Do we have 5 Fridays? Nope, only 4. Saturday 4, Sunday 4. So only A is correct. Next question, in the diagram PORS is a rhombus. Point T is in the middle point of PS, and point W is in the middle point of SR. So these 2 equals to each other and these 2 equals to each other, right? What is the ratio of the unshaded area to the shaded area? So guys, to solve this question, we should cut this shaded part into 2 parts. And now we can label that by S1 to represent the area of this unshaded part, and S2, so this triangle over here, and then S3 and then S4, right? So you see that shaded part will be S2 and S4. The unshaded part will be S1 and S3, right? So in this question, you will see that S1 must be equal to S2 because the base, right? The base equals to each other. And the height will be the same. The height is the same. We learned that in our long-term courses, right? You see? The height is the same, so the area is same. S1 equals to S2. And using the same method, S3 equals to S4 as well. Because you see the base is the same. This is the base, this is the base, this is the same. And the height of that base, you can extend this side a little bit longer and have this perpendicular line there. So this will be the height. And the height will be the height of this triangle S3 and also the height of that triangle S4, right? So you know that you got the same base, same height, the area must be the same, right? And now the unshaded area is S1 plus S3. The shaded area will be S2 plus S4. Of course, they equals to each other, right? Because S1 equals to S2. These 2 equals to each other. S3 equals to S4. These 2 equals to each other. So the ratio of the area will be 1 to 1. They are the same. Question number 23. using only pieces like the one shown in the diagram, Sarah wants to make a complete square without gaps or overlaps. What is the smallest number of pieces she can use? So to solve this question, you should complete this shape into a rectangle first, right? Because itself it cannot form any say square. But if you got a rectangle, it is possible to get a square, right? And now so far you already used 2 of that, right? You already used 2 of that. So for this rectangle, we need how many of this to form a square? You can count the lengths. This one is 2, right? This one will be 5. If you want to get a square, the set length of that square must be the same. So you have to find a common multiple of 2 and 5, right? That will be 10. So what does that mean? That means for this kind of shape, you have, so let's say this is that shape over here, right? Let's say it's just this one. This is 2, this is 5. If you want to get a square, you have one more like this. This is 5. And let's call that is 1 layer, right? And the set length is 10. If you go into a rectangle, you're going to have 5 layers in total, because 2 times by 5 gives you 10 as well. So that'll be 5 layers, right? 5 layers, and for each layer, you're going to 2. So the answer will be 5 times by 2, which is 10. But you see that for each of this shape, for each of the rectangle, you just combine 2 of this shape to form that. So still you need to times by 2, which gives us 5 layers times by 1 column, 2 columns, right? And each shape, you're gonna combine 2 of such shapes, which is 2 times by 2 again. So the answer will be 20. That's why the answer is 20. You choose D. All right. Next one. 4 positive numbers P, Q, R, S are in increasing order of size. One of the numbers to be increased by 1, so that the product of the 4 new numbers is now as small as possible. Which number should be increased? So guys, in your exam, because the time is so limited, my suggestion is that you just give them some real numbers to this 4 different letters. You can call that 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then you just try it. For example, if you add 1 to this P, then the product will be 2 times 2 times 3 times by 4, right? And also just count it. If we add it to P, the product equals to 2 to 4 times by 12 is 48. If we add 1 to Q, you're going to do 1 times by 3 times by 3 times by 4, right? Because you add 1 to 2, you got the 3, which is 36. And if we add 1 to R, that means we're going to do 1 times 2 times by 4 times by 4, which is 32. Still not the smallest, right? Let's try one more. When you try S, that'll be 1 times 2 times 3 times 5. You got 30, right? Of course, 30 is the smallest. That means we should increase S by 1 to get the smallest product. So we choose D. Question number 25. Sonia wants to write a positive 5-digit integer whose digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in some order. The first digit of the integer is to be divisible by 1, and the first 2 digits are to form a 2-digit integer divisible by 2. So basically, guys, we can just write down that 5 digits there. The first number is divisible by 1. You don't need to care about that because any number is divisible by 1. And then the first 2 is a multiple of 2. That means this number over here must be even, right? And the first 3 digits should be divisible by 3. So let's see. What does that mean? That means these 3 numbers add up to a multiple. Let me use this to represent multiple of 3. Okay, we add them together, it must be a multiple of 3. And then the first 4 digit to form a 4-digit number divisible by 4. So guys, let's recall what is the divisibility rule for number 4. That means the last 2 digit, right? That must be a multiple of 4. No problem. And then this whole number is divisible by 5. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you don't have 0. That means the last digit must be 5. You have no choice. So how many such 5-number digit could Sonia write? Let's see. Since we already used 5, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left for us. And for all the combinations, let's see. If you want to get a multiple of 4, let's start from this one. If you want to get a multiple of 4, you have how many choices? You have 12, right? And let's say 12, 30, 32. Yeah, no problem. 42. No, it's not multiple 2. Multiple of 4. And then, see, we're gonna start. We're gonna end with 4. See, 14 is not a multiple of 4. 24, yes, we can take that. 34 is not multiple of 4. So you have 3 choices for these 2 digits, right? So guys, let's start with say 1, 2 with 12. If we have 12 here, what is this? We have, okay, let's continue. If we have 12 here, you're gonna have 3 and 4 left for you to use. And since this second digit must be 4, must be even, so that must be 4. The first digit will be 3. And now you have to make sure that the first 3 digits add up to a multiple of 3. Of course, it's not, right? 3 plus 4 plus 1 is going to be 8. It's not multiple of 3, so you cannot have that. And then let's continue. Can we get 32 at that place? So blank blank 32 5. So that means you're gonna have 1 and 4 left, right? So this one must be 4. This will be 1. Actually, guys, still not meet the requirement because 1 plus 4 plus 3 is 8. It's still not a multiple of 3, right? It cannot be divisible by 3. So this one, you cannot take that. And then let's see, can we get 24? Is that possible to get an answer? If we got 2 and 4, you're gonna have 1 and 3 left. None of that is even number, right? Because you know the second digit must be even. So if you do 24 there, still you cannot have an answer. So we have already tried all the different possible combinations. Not one gives us the correct answer. So that means there's no such number gonna meet this requirement. So the answer to the question will be E, which is 0. Okay, guys, so that's it. That's all the solution, all the explanation of these 2021 Junior Kangaroo questions.